always great to see you, man. And
Yeah,
the reason why
agree.
I always love talking to you because before we end this interview, I'm going to ask you something about hockey. So just gonna let you know that right off the top.
Okay, I got
And it'll probably be the team that you hate the most. But anyways,
it.
man, right off. But going to the more important things. Congratulations is the reason why we're talking, not just because of new music, but also because of something else that seems like, man, it's a natural for you. And when it comes to Canada's biggest music night.
Yeah, man, it's always exciting to get that nod and be involved, and yeah, it's great. Yeah, it's great. It's in my backyard this year too, so no travel. I get to sleep in my own bed and still enjoy all the times.
So for folks who don't know, man, what Juno Award nomination you nominated for, man?
Country album of the year, which is
What's let's talk about the album. What's the album called and how did it like form? How did it represent you at the mo when you recorded it? Because
yeah,
I've been doing this for like 30 plus years, man. And I've found that really music is a stamp of the life of the artist who is writing it.
yeah, man. This was the self-titled record, so it was my first self-titled record. I've always kind of used a song to represent the mood of the record. Um, but with this one, it was yeah. I couldn't really find that. I felt like the whole actual body of work kind of represented kind of my stage and where I was in my life, as opposed to like just specifically looking at one song. So I thought going into a new record deal that I had in the U.S. and it was a good time to reset and kind of have a piece of work that represented me as a whole. And I thought that was that record.
Do you see yourself these? I know I see you as this, but do you see yourself as a statesman when it comes to music? And I say that because you and I have known each other from way, way back in the day. And I've seen how you transformed as an artist. But the thing that I've seen, I would say in the last 10 years, you've really become sort of like the go-to guy when younger artists are coming into the business and wanting to learn about it. And you're really the guy to talk to.
Yeah, that's I think I've kind of always put myself out there as like if you need a tough question answered, something that you don't feel comfortable asking a manager, or you just want to get an outside opinion of somebody who's been in the business for a long time. I get those calls every once in a while, and it always shocks me that somebody would value my opinion in the music business because I'm just trying to find my way like everybody else. But I guess that experience does have some value to some younger artists, which is really humbling. It's really cool because I definitely looked up to some older artists that I was friends with to help me along the way. So it's cool to be that guy.
And you're not done with music, man, and helping people out and teaming with people and stuff. There's a single happening, man. What's going on with you
Yeah,
and another great artist?
yeah. There was a song on the record that released last year. "How Do You Miss Me" is what the song is. It seemed like it one that needed to get to radio. It just never really quite got to it. So we thought maybe we just refresh it. And we asked a younger artist who's really making some waves. She was on tour with Jelly Roll, and it's Alexandra K. She's just a fantastic young artist, killer voice. And yeah, I spent the day with her in Vancouver. She's just played a show at the Pearl on Granville, and spent the day doing some content, and just an absolute gem of a human, which I love working with great people. So
How did you find her?
honestly, through management, our management teams are friends, and we were like, what is going to be a good voice to match up on this song? And she came in and laid down some stuff, and it was just a no-brainer. Her voice matches really well. And that song, there's some pretty high stuff in there. She was able to nail it with ease, so it was good.
No, man, I love the fact, and this goes back to what I was talking about, statesman, helping younger artists, really seeing, wanting to see the industry move forward. It's funny. I just did a piece with CBC as we speak. I think it's going to be happening tonight, and they were talking about the why country music has become so popular these days. I said that really country music, it's Canadian country music, has been a bubble. And it's a bubble that always wants to explode because there's so much great young talent. How do you see Canadian country music moving from where it was, say, from new country music to what it is today to what it's going to be in the future?
Well, I think there's a couple ways to look at it. The songwriting, I mean, there's so many Canadians down in Nashville now. Like when I first started going down there in 2009, yes, there was a bunch. But now, my goodness, it feels like half the city is populated by us from north of the border. So just a matter of the volume of talent that's down there. I think with label deals changing, with the power is put back into the a young artist's hands where they can be discovered themselves. There's no secret. You hope you get an A&R guy in the building watching your show, or it just doesn't happen like that anymore. Now the artist has its own power to like grow and expand, grow their audience without any help of any label at all, which is fantastic to see now. So actually, like an example with Alexandra K, I've been on radio programs, over half my life, going into rock stations at 24, three a day, if 6 days a week, where she has the massive online audience, which just kind of isn't my world, but she's got millions of followers on TikTok and Instagram and stuff. So it's been fun to watch kind of like yesterday I took her to a radio visit in Vancouver, and that was her first radio visit at all. She'd never been to radio. So I was able to kind of help her with that. And then doing all the TikTok stuff and doing all the things that she wants to do with the song with me and stuff. I'm just like along for the ride in the same way. I I didn't get into music business to market myself that way. So it comes unnatural. But the younger artists, man, that's just second nature. That's the world they grow up in. So it's really cool to have that meld of, like you said, the elder person who has that experience, but also there's some things that the younger artists really teach us older artists as well.
Absolutely. I'm still trying to figure out TikTok. I've been on a couple of years. I don't have a lot of followers. I try, but you know what? It's tough. What's happening with the rest of 2025 with you, man?
We're going to do that song with Alexander. We got another collaboration with another Canadian artist coming up later on this year. And then around that time, like during all this, I'm going to be putting together the next record, the next body of work, sort of over the spring and summer. And then yeah, we'll be kind of seeing most of the country, actually pretty much most like all of the country in the fall, which is super exciting. We got a lot of things that we're building and getting ready to announce it.
Now, couple more questions. I was going to ask about Toronto Maple Leafs, but I'm not gonna ask that. I'm gonna ask something I think is a little bit more important. What's going on with give me your feelings. I don't want to get too political. The
Mhm.
fact that Canadians aren't too thrilled with Wayne Gretzky, and especially what happened recently with the tournament, and it just seems like the great one isn't considered so great these days in the red and white.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know Wayne. I don't know. I can kind of overview situation. It kind of looks like he might have got caught off guard with how offended Canadians are with the rhetoric of the person he's hanging around with. I think we all look and respect Wayne Gretzky immensely, and I think we really want to look to, like look at Mike Myers,
Yeah.
who right, that as Canadians, I think that's how we view us, is like we are great people, we have great achievements, we pack a punch way above our weight class, but we expect people that represent us to represent us properly, with class and with some bite to it. We want to see us see we're great, but watch what you're saying to us as well. We need respect as well. So I just hope that comes around, and I think Canada deserves that from somebody like Wayne. So,
Yep, no, I agree. And it's kind of funny because now it seems like what, two records of his may be broken by the end of the season?
yeah, by a Russian of all things, right? Talk about political stuff, right? A guy takes pictures with Putin. So here we go.
Yeah, here we go. And here we go. The Juno's in Vancouver. Like you said, what are the plans so far? Like you said, you don't have to travel too far.
Yeah, man, it's great. It's great. I'm looking out the window right now, and it is pouring. It is torrential.
Wow.
This is the perfect example right now of why BC is so green. It's disgusting and raining out there. So hopefully the weather is good. We got some guys coming into town, some friends. So hopefully we're gonna take them golfing around the area, but it's not looking good at the moment. Yeah, really, honestly, man, it's with three kids, with the wife and stuff, we're gonna take the advantage to get a hotel room, probably one of the nights, and just hang out with our friends and have some laughs. And yeah.
I love it, man. Look, you know what, man? I've always said this 1,000 times. You're one of the greatest people that I've ever met. And the reason why I say this is because you've
Uh,
always been so down to earth. You've worked your asses off. If there was ever truly what they say, old school mentality, your picture should be in that category right there, representing that. Always appreciative of the fact that you've always made time to talk to me over the years. But
yeah,
I'm just so happy for you for another nomination. And cross fingers, we cross paths hopefully during the CCMAs and all
yeah.
the other award shows that go on throughout the year, man.
Yeah, man, I always enjoy seeing you, and I always enjoy talking with you, and I love seeing your name pop up there on the interview list. So hopefully, it won't be too much longer, dude.